This is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Houston Texans and the Kansas City Chiefs. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
I need to kick off every game. Okay, let's do this. Pretty much got a win out.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in week 9? This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it
always
across
switch to the wrong
midfield.
person.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Johnson. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the draw. Here's Johnson. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible?
Damn it,
or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
What are you doing, Davis? Oh, my God.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. Orchestrating the offense will be a man who, of course, won a national title back in his days at Clemson, Deshaun Watson.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now it's Watson, a bootleg.
Oh, the ball to Sean.
Watson, and down he goes. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And let's take a look at the Texans offense.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
Watson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about right there.
Down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Conrad wants it.
A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. On second down now, it's Haynes, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right?
Damn it, how come every time?
Derek Barnett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving
under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Derek Barnett in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long. It's Watson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Damn it.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. He's got daylight. He's at the 50, 30.
Oh, my God.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Kerryon Johnson. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Butker now to add the extra point.
Should have had him in the backfield on the blitz. I should have kind of caught up to him and made the tackle.
And it's good to make it 14-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Deshaun Watson and the Texans offense trot back out there. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 7 yards there and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On first down, Haynes. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Well, they put it all together on that one. Good vision, good blocking. A toss play to the left. How do you toss it?
Yeah, a toss is the underhand kind of egg toss. The pitch is kind of if you're running the option, you pitch it end over end, correct?
Yeah, I agree totally.
The guy.
I agree totally. And in the NFL, we'll see a lot more tosses than pitches because if you're pitching it, you might lose your quarterback.
Absolutely. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll run it on the toss. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Let's go, bitches.
A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And, Charles, when you catch that toss going right or left, really, but right in this instance, do you go straight for the pylon? Is that where you're going?
Well, typically you want to try and maneuver people a little bit so you have some space to get to the pylon. So I want to make sure I try and move them a little bit to the inside, and in this case to the left, so I can get to the right side and get to that pylon and wink at it as I go by.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly
Where the
brought
fuck did he
down.
come from? Nobody touched him.
Happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
And now here comes Kansas City. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Oh, shit, Aaron.
Completes it to Austin. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on the punt for the first time tonight. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Davis now to return it. A good return there. Call it 13 yards.
Damn, the Colts won
and
again?
the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. From the 50, it's Watson. Being chased out left. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it.
Oh, don't tell me holding.
Personal foul.
Oh.
Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
Thank you very much. I'll take that
little
bullshit.
too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow. And he didn't on that play.
No sacks.
Watson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
There's nobody open.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points.
Boom. Shakalaka.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute.
22 yards
but
per
first,
play.
Time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL.
Bring that down a
We'll
little
get
bit.
things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where you see the final score there. Dalvin Cook, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Miami Dolphins. 20-13, the final score. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7.
Oh.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that
decide
went
what I
well in
wanted
the
to do.
first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Damn it, man. The hole is there. I gotta hit that.
It only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. On second down, it's Haynes. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him.
Oh, shit. God damn it, Schultz. Hold your fucking block.
Not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Now,
God.
they go for it. 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete.
Sean.
O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield.
You've got to make that
right
throw. He's all
48.
by himself.
So here are the Chiefs to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. He finds Austin complete. And he goes
Twice,
down,
Griffin. That's twice. I'm done. That's twice you've gotten burned. It's fucking ridiculous. I don't have time for this nonsense. Let's see what Stork can do. He's got a little more speed.
Inside the 25. Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
God, tackle his ass.
Stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Throwing
Get him.
2nd down.
Get him.
Mahomes.
Yes.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I need one more. Get him on a field goal.
Free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes
out of field goal range, let's go.
He goes down once more.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Damn it.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it.
We
And
got
St.
something wrong.
crosses at the 11-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone.
Nobody touched that linebacker. Nobody.
And of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Watson. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down.
Oh my God, don't die forward, Deshaun.
On 3rd down.
Give it to me.
It's Haynes. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll keep it on the ground. Haynes, and he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. 4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Second down and 4. Watson off play action. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Nash. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 44-yard line.
Hurry the fuck up, man.
I think it all came
don't
together
have all
there.
day.
In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They go play action here on first down. Steps
Throw the ball away.
Big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this thing.
Where are these guys coming from? Untouched up the middle.
And now it's third.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminated.
And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch.
Damn it.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch there.
Yes!
I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Safety would be huge right here.
About that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively? Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays. But
safety, let's go. Let's go.
And that is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Catch the ball.
That's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now.
Oh, my God, that's a live ball.
I don't know about 6.
Come up to 6.
Oh, God.
Points.
What are you doing, Sherman?
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Flush to he's taken down. Derek Barnett make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Now Watson will try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up the 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up. It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down. Less
Aaron.
than 2 to play with just a field goal separating
He's
these
just
two
gone for it. We can
sides.
do that.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Free timeout.
Now it appears we've got a Chief
Take
moving
that.
pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I'm coming. Jim.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. They run the counter. Hampton. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
All right, the defense has done
The
its
Texans
job.
will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts.
Griffin getting his fucking
As
ass
they'll
blown
head to
over
the
there.
sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the Chiefs.
Come on,
punter
Justin.
now,
This
as
is where I
he's
need
on
you,
here
baby.
to
I
punt
need
it
you.
away. And this one hits at the 1, continues
All right,
on
Deshaun.
into the end zone.
It's time to
for a
work that
touchback.
magic, baby. It's time to work that magic.
Watson and the Texans now down 14-11, a minute 40 remaining, and they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw, dancing to his left.
God, throw the fucking
Get a
ball.
throw away. He's taken down. Watson trying to get his guys moving. He's back to throw. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down. Back to throw. Huge 1st down. Got to hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
Damn it, QT. You've got to make that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now it's Watson. Now they go screen. It's complete.
Oh, I needed to break that
Good job
tackle.
defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire 2nd half, but their 1st half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the 1st half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the 2nd half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Chiefs, the win means they'll finish the 1st half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis...